Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will follow and stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Out of the shotgun to give to Burkhead. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
A gain of 16.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Brady now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's 2nd down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Brady looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Down Green Bay.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Brady loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
4-yard loss.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Brady's throw there complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. But this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone, Makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the out route incomplete. That's Smith. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball to the right, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Will take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Now Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Brady. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady complete on a quick throw and more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A give to Burkhead on 1st down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
Field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And what's that one incomplete there?
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Tyrell Williams.
A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after here coming up.
For the point after.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Going on first down is Brady. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DJ Moore. 41 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And it's good to make it 14-0.
The score, Packers 14, Vikings nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, here's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
At the 19-yard line.
To throw is Watson. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
By the Packers.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Lynn Bowden on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is the ability to play the ball in the air. And at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 7. Michael Dixon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's the throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he's got his target. That's Moore.
Brady.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
That's complete to Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards. Again, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 4, it's second and a couple. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Brady to throw again. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. Cuts free, and the Packers pick it up. Green Bay touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Here's Watson now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Brings up fourth down.
Team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Escapes the defender. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On play action, it's Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Brady again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second down and goal. Brady, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tyrell Williams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers continue to roll. Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Vikings 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Catch made by Slayton. And they work this out past the 25.
Complete.
A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 20.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by former first-round pick Patrick Robinson. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. This is Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Third and long. It's Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off here at the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's Brady to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Packers.
Brady's pass.
5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Koo to kick it off. Bowden now to return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Not defensively with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be Don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new.
My goodness, another interception. Picked up by Micah Hyde, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.